Hey, what is up, everybody? So this is RDC. You could maybe think it's very unusual for me to be in Conquest and doing a video in Conquest map mode and such. But I just want to set this up and do a quick general tips and tricks for Conquest. Just overall basis, nothing really specific. I get into more specific in upcoming videos. So right now I'm in the duo lane as AD carry. Real quick, these are some somewhat decent items for AD carry. I don't particularly play AD carries too much, so other items maybe like Heart Seeker and such should be better. But so let's go over the basis of Conquest. So as you can see on the top right on the map, we have mana camps in each corner. Back in the day, it used to be like a cooldown on one side and mana on the other, but it's all mana now. So the duo lane. The duo lane is not a specific lane like left or right all the time. It varies upon which side you spawn on, whether you're on the dark side over there, where I spawned at, or if you're on the light side. Pretty much to tell the difference between duo lane and solo lane is the duo lane is the long lane. As you see on the map here, it is much longer than the far left lane, which is the short lane, also known as the solo lane. What this pretty much mean is the duo lane is the AD carry, or a hunter, and a support guardian. What I mean by that is a guardian like Sobek, Bacchus, the tanky gods. Or if you can, or if you want, you can go with a warrior like Sun Wukong, or you can go with a Aphrodite or a Hell. That can be in the duo lane, but I don't really like to use those two. I mainly like to stick with the tanks, and if not, a warrior, as you see typically in the tournaments. Now, move on to the middle lane. Wrong button. Now, off to the middle lane is, as I run away from that Gold Fury, is typically the mage. So, really great mid laners are gods such as Ao Kuang. Anubis is alright. Not too many Zeuses are seen here. Mainly it's Ao Kuang and Agni. Those are the two top mid laners. Also Zhonghui. I forgot to mention Zhonghui. Zhonghui is a great mid laner. He can be a little bit difficult to play as, but if you're good at playing him, he's a great mid laner. So those are really great gods for the mid lane. Poseidon is not too great. Zeus, his lane clear is really low, but he does good damage. Other mages, I don't know, those are really the main ones that you see most often. And also a cool tip is these side mid camps, these give crazy golden XP. If you watch the tournaments on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, you see these are really high fight points because they're worth so much. So let's go ahead and kill these and you see the exact amount. So 45 gold and 45 gold and 140 XP. So you have 90 gold and close to 300 XP just on one side camp. So if you're a jungler, try to grab these and kind of bring them closer to this. Whoa, I kind of killed it way too fast. Like, bring it over here. That way the enemy mid laner cannot destroy the harpies before your mid laner gets it. So if you're jungling, try to kite these out as here. Any further, as you see, they will retreat. So let's kind of... I have one shot at my bad. But yeah, as being the mid laner, if you get those, that will highly increase your chances of success in the mid lane against the opponent, as you have more gold and more XP. Next, moving on towards the short lane, or the solo lane. Solo lane is typically always a warrior or a mage. Mages such as Kronos, Brawl is seen in the solo lane as well, but mainly it's warriors. Really great warriors in the short lane or solo lane are Guan Yu, Vamana, Tyr, Hercules can also be seen here, and Sun Wukong. Those are mainly the top warriors, if not that's actually all the warriors in the solo lane. They're really great. So, moving on. So I'm going to give a general good places to where you put wards at. The people who typically place wards are the Guardian in the duo lane, which he typically gets Eye Providence. Sometimes the mid laner may get it, but may not always. And the solo laner should definitely get wards. Now, good places to put them. I like to place them in huge intersections where there's a lot of ganking potential. So for solo lane, I'll probably put it mainly like right here. As you see on the map, you have good vision of this way, that way, and this way, sort of. So you may want to put it like right here then, to be exact. There you go. Next up, as if you're in the mid lane, as of course, it depends if you're being pushed back, place them in this lane right here, like this little intersection. If you're being really aggressive and pushing a lot, you may want to put it over here since you're more towards that tower. But either way, the jungler may get the wards for the mid laner, so you might not have to worry about that too much. And the reason why, excuse me, the reason why mages are typically in the mid lane is because you can get ganked from 4 possible areas, like here, here, and those 2 up there. Mages have a lot of AoEs most of the time, like Quang and Agni, so they're able to you know, be somewhat safe against ganks. Also, I'm gonna come down here, all the way over here. So I typically play the Guardian role, and when I place wards, I like to place them right here. This allows great vision of the north lane right here, or not really lane, but north side right here, and you have pretty decent coverage over here as well, so you can kind of see if they're going to rush Gold Fury. However, to counter that, you kind of pull Gold Fury over here, and you can't really be seen. So that's the thing. Now, if you get Eye of Providence, you can set, I think it's up to 2 or 3 wards down in the span of its cooldown. I'll go over that more in the Guardian video. So, but when I do have Eye of Providence, I like to place a quick ward over here as well. So that way you can see when they're getting the mana, if they're having people helping them in the lane here, any oncoming traffic over here as well. So you have pretty much full coverage of most of the right jungle. Now also, you always want to ward the Gold Fury when you're about 10 minutes in or so, like now, because then people start to go towards the Gold Fury. And also, Fire Giant, you don't have to worry about warding that until you're about, let's say, 20-ish minutes in. Maybe later or early, depending on how the match is going. So you can just place one like right here. This gives you pretty decent coverage of there, and pretty much here as well. So, mid camps, very important. Make sure to kite those and bring them to your mid laner. And that is pretty much most of the basics for Conquest. I really hope I went over everything. Try to think real quickly. Wards are always nice near the mid camps as well, because those will be contested quite often for that massive golden XP bonus. And yes, that is pretty much all for this general, keep in mind, general tips and tricks for the Conquest map layout and what roles go where. Of course, that's the traditional. You can be a rebel and be like 2 mages in the dual lane or whatever, but that's just the typical how it rolls. I'll go into way more specifics in the role playing videos, if that makes sense. So yeah, I'll see you guys later, and thanks for watching.